Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where we're covering Adventure Comics 119, Superboy Meets Girl. Sort of clever title with boy meets girl, as in a traditional romantic story or like early blossoming love. That's probably too strong here. It's all about Superboy needing to get a date for a dance, because you see, he now looks 16. Superboy's age has been kind of inconsistent. There's always a thing with the young heroes, especially in the Golden Age. Robin has this problem. He looks like he's between ages 9 to 13 and acts just as whatever those ages are, depending on the story. Sometimes he's a little younger, sometimes he's a little older. This is true for Superboy, but at other times, he's aged up a little bit more. So here he looks like he's more in a later teen than he is a younger teen or preteen. He's definitely very young in those first couple of stories. Like a 16-year-old is not on the river playing pirates with his friends. He might be on the river on a raft with his friends, but he's probably not playing pirate. See kind of the difference of how they can't decide on what the age is, and he's just whatever age they need for that specific story. Here, because he wants to go to a dance, he's going to be around 16. That's probably a good age for that anyways. I mean, even in junior high, we had dances. It's a winter formal, and the girl he wants to go out with, Betty, well, she wants to go out with a guy who's popular. Because, well, women are always atrocious to Clark. Though he'll be atrocious to them soon enough. He already is, kind of. There was that Superman story where he was basically a stalker to Lois. But due to the cold, the popular boy can't take her out, and everybody else has a date. So she is forced to go out with Clark. He wins by default! Yeah, every guy's dream. The beautiful popular girl wants to date you because there's no other choices. That's great for your self-esteem. But things go haywire very quickly, as when they are skiing, they both fall in through the ice. Well, she falls through the ice and he jumps in after her and has to become Superboy to save her. This is all just weird plot contrivances because, well, we've gotten to the 10-page mark as now in Adventure Comics, and with these 3 extra pages, they cannot justify the length. It's just a bunch of filler action, not much of a story being added. And this is aggressively that. So not only does she no longer want to go out with him because she thinks he has a cold for jumping in the water, she jumped in the water too. Well, fell into the water too. So why does she get to go to the dance, but he can't? But to extend the story even more, she gets kidnapped by some crooks, as her father is the town doctor or city doctor or wherever the hell we are, as I've already established. It's not truly Smallville, and I don't really understand what it is. At times it seems like a town, and sometimes it seems like an early city. Clark happens to be stopping by, and figuring this all out, that they're kidnapped, comes down to the doctor assuming that Clark can read Latin. I know that he's smarter than most kids. There's actually going to be a story where Superboy, to get out of truancy, has to prove that he doesn't need high school. But that is a huge assumption that this small town kid can read Latin, unless they're going to a Catholic school. Anyway, Superboy shows up and saves the day. Unfortunately, the whole big ending of Clark getting a date to the dance can't happen because the doctor checks his temperature and Superboy is running hot by accident because he has a different physiology than everybody else. So he seemingly has a fever. But don't worry, Superboy gets to go to the dance with Betty because, well, Clark can never catch a break. Come on, just give him one victory, and not like the bull victory we get constantly in the Superman comics where he beats Lois for the story. As in, gets the story in first, not physically beats Lois. Though a robot him spanks her at one point. We will eventually get to that story. That has to be coming up to Superman once we catch up back to Superman with the Superboy comics we're going through. Overall, I am just unpleased as we get into these 10 pages in which we would go back to the 7 pages where it was simple and clean and to the point. Okay, that is it from Adventure Comics 119, Superboy Meets Girl. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications when a new video is up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Fridays is Bat Friday, where I cover a Batman story, neither Detective Comics or Batman. And until next time, let's ponder the question, whatever did happen to the boy of tomorrow? And seriously, why does Betty get to go to the dance and Clark doesn't? Why does she get to make that rule? Okay, have a great day.